Wir waren, als wir die Bismarck sahen in Hamburg.
When we saw Bismarck in Hamburg, we were tremendously surprised at its size. Some compartments on Bismarck were 3 stories high. I'd never seen a ship so impressive.
It gave me a feeling of enormous confidence and strength. I thought that ship must have a great fighting and staying power, and we shall well with it, always provided that we do not run into too superior numbers.
Ships are normally referred to as females. They are called she. But in our case, Captain Lindemann told us that our ship would no longer be called she. The Bismarck would be called he.
I'm going to quote Captain Lindemann directly. He said, "A ship of this size cannot be female." That's right. He always said he.
With 88 guns, accurate over 35 kilometers, a top speed of 30 knots, and armor more than 30 centimeters thick, Bismarck is the most terrifying battleship ever built.
It was a wonderful ship. I thought the Bismarck was going to be my life insurance policy. I never thought anything bad would happen to me on the ship.
Okay, we're on the clock on all recorders. Okay, timer is started. All 4 tapes are running. This is a triple check throughout the dive. Triple check. Yep.
I'd never met an Englishman, but I hated them. It was a long time until the hate went away.
This is London. Ed Murrow reporting. To an American reporter, there is something very special about the people of this city, this island, this nation. Never in the long and stormy history of Great Britain have her fortunes been as low as they are in this spring of 1941. Britain is fighting alone for her very existence, fighting desperately. Yet her people remain steadfast and unflinching. Britain's allies have been defeated one by one, as the dark stain of Nazi conquest spreads across the map of Europe. In Africa, Rommel is giving the 8th Army a very bad time. Greece has fallen, and the Luftwaffe continues to smash English cities. The worst news of all comes from the North Atlantic. where last month German U-boats and surface raiders sank 600,000 tons of shipping. In this battle, Britain's lifeblood is at stake. This is the battle on which depends the future course of the war, the future course of British history. The Battle of the North Atlantic is fought at sea, but it is directed from the Admiralty here in London. Buried deep in the ancient Admiralty building, 200 feet underground, is the War Room. Here is the guiding brain and central nervous system of the British Navy, the Operations Division.
Robert, take Captain Shepard's things and put him in the office. Aye, sir. This, of course, is the message center for incoming and outgoing signal. These tubes lead to the wireless room just down the hall. Oh, Shepard. Anything wrong?
That man's uniform.
Oh, we're quite informal here about some things. You'll find it's much different from the bridge of a ship at sea.
Is that so?
Oh, yes, has to be. Shepard, this is Commander Richards, the duty plotter. Captain Shepard is the new director of operations.
Oh, don't let me interrupt your meal.
Captain Shepard, second officer Anne Davis. Captain Shepard's taking over from me.
How do you do, sir?
How do you do?
Be nice to her, Shepard. If she ever got angry and walked out, we'd lose the war.
Yeah.
No, seriously, you can depend on this young lady. I've done it more times than I care to admit.
And beer, darling, will you get your flat report in as soon as possible? You must be late for Jimmy's party tonight.
Righto.
I suppose I should shed a few tears at leaving this place, but quite honestly, I hate it again. Too much responsibility, too much stress. I'm getting a command at sea, as I've always wanted.
Congratulations. I hope you find one that doesn't involve too much strain.
The point is, it's a different kind of strain. After all, if a man's going to serve in the Navy or to serve at sea, unless, of course, it's a man like yourself who's already seen a tremendous amount of action.
He should still serve at sea.
Yes. Well, I better get along. I'll say goodbye now, unless you have any questions.
I don't think so, thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
We thought we might be of some assistance.
Not knowing your way around this.
Is there anything I can do for you? Yes, there is something you can do. A few moments ago, I saw a rating enter the war room without a jumper. From now on, everyone will be properly dressed at all times. I cannot have officers eating sandwiches on duty, Commander Richards, under any circumstances. I'm sorry, sir. Won't happen again.
Excuse me, sir. I think you should know that Commander Richards stood 2 watches without relief.
I'm sure Commander Richards doesn't need an interpreter, Miss Davis. I was also surprised to hear a Wren officer addressed by a Christian name. To me, this kind of informality is both irregular and inexcusable. Come in.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. Priority signal.
Sure. Excuse me.
Oh, Shepard. You know the Assistant Chief of Naval Staff?
Yes, indeed, sir, very well.
Hi, Jonathan. I'm awfully glad to see you.
Thank you. I have a signal here, sir, from our naval attaché in Stockholm. He reports 2 large German warships steaming through the Kattegat.
What ships are they?
He doesn't say.
Did it might be the Bismarck?
It's possible, sir. He's just completed 3 months training in the Baltic.
You've got better time to break out, could With this creek business going on and our convoys scattered all over the ocean.
I have a nasty hunch that's the idea, sir.
I hope for once you're wrong. Not at all to have that monster on the loose. Look what Scharnhorst and Neisner did to
22 ships sunk. 115,000 tons.
all in 2 months. And they don't have anything like Bismarck's firepower.
She could stand off and sink every ship in the convoy without ever coming under fire.
Shepard, get on with Commander-in-Chief Home Fleet. Tell him we're not sure, but we're very much concerned. Tell him we'll let him have every scrap of information we get.
Aye, aye, sir.
Oh, and Shepard, sir, I wish you'd prepare your recommendations. Yes, it is, Bismarck.
Very good, sir.
Pretty rough assignment for a new man on the job, isn't it?
I suppose it is, sir, but I'm not worried about Shepard. He's one of the ablest men in the service.
I'm also told he's as cold as a witch's heart.
That may be a slight exaggeration, sir.
I want a man who's cold. I'd like a man with no heart at all, no soul, just an enormous brain. The Battle of the North Atlantic is a grim business, and it isn't going to be won by charm and personality. We've had too much of that around here.
I've known Shepard for years. We've served together before. He was quite different in those days.